We are eating good as DC fans. Hey there, it's your Master Doodle with too much time on his hands, Doodlemite here with another video. And today, I'm going to talk about the casting in the new Superman Legacy movie. And then my theory on how this movie can go and how those characters can help Superman grow. And first, I want to talk about the casting list. So let's get into it. We got Nathan Fillion. And I know people are already saying he's too old to play Green Lantern Guy Gardner. And honestly, when I first was hearing about this, I was like, yes, he's a bit too old to play Guy. But then it made me think, he's having his bowl cut, and it gave me an idea that he's probably going to be like one of those like older people who are like, I can't change my ways because I'm too old, and I don't know what to think. And oh, these two young people are too soft. And I think that's going to be his type of character, and that's why he's going to be older. You know, besides being friends with James Gunn. I trust James Gunn with this, because the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are so perfect. These are completely different characters, and I'm bringing them together. And then I even watch the Scooby-Doo movies, and people are going to say that's cheesy, but like, hey, I love those movies, so take that with what you will. So I trust this man with his casting. Then we have Isabella Marquis. I think that's how you say your name. I'm not completely sure. I could be wrong. Tell me in the comments if I'm saying it correctly, or if I said it incorrectly. I would like to know. Honestly, I've never honestly seen her in anything before. Like, at least with Nathan Fillion, I've seen him in the animated Green Lantern Emerald Knight movie.
What horror stories did they tell you? Oh, don't believe everything. Kilowog has some rough edges, but he's a cakewalk compared to Deacon.
Which is funny, because he played Hal Jordan, the Straight Arrow, and now he's going to play a dick. But with Isabella Marquis, I haven't actually seen her in anything that I know. Probably because I don't watch any other stuff than superhero-related stuff. So take that with what you will. But the fact that she's playing Hawkgirl is the thing that excites me, because I loved her in the Justice League show. And I know this is not related to any of that, but I would really like if they gave Hawkgirl here the personality from that show, where she's brass and, like, you know, very like, I will kick your ass first before I say anything.
Cowards!
My friends, please! No weapons! No weapons!
You think I need this mace to take you down?
But have this secret soft side. And I would like that she's also an alien, because it saves the entire, like, confusing backstory behind the Hawk lore, like with Hawkman and Hawkgirl. And the fact that they're also making her, like, they're introducing her before they're introducing Hawkman, since, you know, all the other stuff is being left behind, is really good, because I got more attached to Hawkgirl than I did about Hawkman originally. So when I found out that originally Hawkman was the original character, I was like, what? That's not makes any sense. But that's why I'm excited for her. Then we got Eddie Gathegi. I'm not sure how you say the name. I could be wrong. Again, please comment. Tell me if I'm saying it correctly or incorrectly again. And I'm excited for him as being Mr. Terrific. And you know why? Well, first off, this is justice for the fact that in the X-Men movie, X-Men First Class, they basically just killed him, and he was playing a character which his whole ability was to survive anything. So that was just kind of counterproductive.
Adapt to this.
So I'm glad he's having a role as the smartest man, one of the smartest men alive. And that's exciting. But I do think with all of these characters, with Hawkman, with Green Lantern, with Mr. Terrific, I think they're all going to be a lesson piece, like something to teach Clark about himself. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of times with James Gunn's films, it's about family a lot. It's about learning who you are with the people you talk to. And since Clark is only going to be Superman for maybe 2 years, since he's still going to be out there being Superman, but not like the big every superhero that everyone wants to look up to him. So I think there's going to be a conflict there. And I almost forgot about a certain actor, and my bad. We got to talk about Anthony Kerrigan. I've only seen him in one thing, which is the Gotham TV show, and I loved him as Victor Zsasz, which is basically a villain that, you know, basically carves himself every time he wants to kill someone, which I never really see him do anything there. But his personality was kind of cool.
Don't be that way. Alive is a very broad category. A man with no hands can still be alive.
he's gonna have to change his attitude a lot if he's gonna play Metamorpho, because Metamorpho is like it's not that he doesn't care about anything, because like that he's more like tortured soul, if that makes sense, because his literal ability is that he can be any element, but he's stuck the way he is. And I also think he's gonna be a lesson to Clark, or a teaching opportunity. So now this is where we get into my theory aspect of what this movie is going to be about. So if my predictions end up to be correct, spoilers alert if I am correct, could be wrong, but this is how I see it. So I see it that Clark has been, you know, Superman for a little bit, right? But not everyone appreciates him because of his goody two-shoe persona. And I get that, because people always say, like, he should be more dark and brooding. I think that's going to be a lesson, that he shouldn't change that. Then you got these other heroes who are technically much darker than him. Well, yeah, a little bit darker. We got Hawkgirl, who, again, I hope they give her the personality of being more roughhousey, like being more, I will fight you before I do anything else, and sometimes we have to hurt you. And I'm pretty sure, like, with all of them, they're going to be very, like, they have to kill to stop things, because they've been superheroes a lot longer than Clark, right? And that Clark's ideals are old-fashioned, right? Because 2 out of those heroes are part of, like, a police force. You know, the guy is part of the Green Lantern Corps. Hawkgirl is most likely part of the Thanagarian, like, war stuff, right? So I see him like that. Then, with Mr. Terrific, I think it's a different case. But let's go with each one as a lesson for Clark. Hawkgirl, I'm gonna see with... each one's gonna be a lesson to him. And the way I say that is with Metamorpho. See, what I think is gonna happen with him is I hope they take the route with the animated series, because he was in Justice League Unlimited, and I love that. I think they introduced him there, because in the original comic origin, he was just an archaeologist that got mixed with chemicals, and then that turned him into Metamorpho. But I think they're gonna change it into that like show origin where he was marrying this lady, but her father did not approve of their engagement, because he was pretty cocky, he was pretty like cool like that. So the dad basically sabotaged something that Metamorpho was in, and basically turned him into that. So now I'm thinking of like a revenge plot here. And since Metamorpho is, you know, made of every element, first off, I don't think he's going to control it all immediately. So he's going to cause so much damage, and you know, he can't really get hurt. And he wants revenge, so I think that's what I'm going to go for. He's going to go after the guy immediately, because he knows. And Superman here, you know, is hopeful. He's has all this power. He's not going to use it to hurt anyone. But then there are the other heroes that are showing up, like Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and Green Lantern, in different ways. And they're going to challenge him. Like with Hawkgirl, she's going to tell him, no, you can't be so naive. This guy is too powerful. We have to put him down. We have to stop him. Guy is going to be like, you're too much of a goody two-shoes. You have to toughen up. Be stronger than that. You know, being like that old way people used to talk. And I think that's why the old thing is going to work with that. And then Mr. Terrific is a little bit different, I think, for me. I think Mr. Terrific, since he's one of the smartest men alive, he's going to be like, I am smart. I think of the big picture. So he's probably thinking that we have to end him, we have to end Metamorpho, because he is a big threat. He can hurt people. And if we don't stop him now, he can make things worse. And that's probably going to be one of the hurdles that Superman's going to have to deal with. That he's going to have to go past these heroes and show them that it's a better way to save Metamorpho than hurting him or basically killing him.
It's so easy. Anger. Vengeance. Luckily, I'm not you. And I never will be.
And that shouldn't probably be the struggle because of his helping everyone and not hurting anyone mentality. You know, of everyone deserves help. Even the ones who seem to be the dangerous ones. And the reason why I think this is just because the type of heroes that are being introduced, their personalities are very strong. And they're very against Clark's methods. That's why they're going to introduce these specific characters. I know it seems weird because they just seem like B-list Justice League characters. Maybe that's the point. Maybe because they have been heroes for too long, they're very jaded. And Superman's not. And they're expecting that to happen to him. And again, James Gunn is good with conflict and how to bring people together into one common goal. So I think that's going to happen. I trust James Gunn with his way of how this movie's going to be. He loves these characters. he wants Superman to be a more hopeful character. So having these characters that are like more known to be more brash, well, except Mr. Terrific, but he's a genius, so he thinks for the big pictures, is going to challenge Clark in so many different ways. And that's my theory on why these specific characters are being introduced into this film. What do you think? Do you think I nailed it, or do you think I was way off? Please leave your comments down below. And if you like the video, like it and share it so it can get out to more people. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified when these videos come out. And I hope you liked it. So I hope to see everyone in the next video.